Today we'll be getting into a few stories about Naomi, Lana, and more. So let's get into it. The Karaoke Showdown segment is something that a majority of viewers wish they can erase from their memory. It was that awful, no doubt about it. We touched on how terrible this segment was for WWE and for the women's division a few days ago, but now we're getting to hear from some of the women that were involved in the segment and hearing their thoughts. Naomi didn't hold back at all about her honest opinions about the segment. Naomi was on Instagram talking about the segment and match with Lacey Evans from Smackdown. Fans in the comments were obviously outraged from the segment, like we all were, and one fan had this to say in response to Naomi's post. The fan said, "I would rather see all of you wrestle." Naomi actually responded to the fan and said, "Yeah, me too. But a lot of times, we have to make chicken salad out of chicken blank. I'm so sorry." Another fan also commented under Naomi's post and said, "Love you embracing the movement, but you're so much better than this diva stuff. I get TV time is TV time, but you're amazing. They really need to just let you work." Naomi also responded to that fan and said, "Trust me, we are fighting for better." Now this is just a shame. The fan perfectly explained it right there. With her comment to Naomi, this was a diva sort of segment. This was the sort of segment we always saw back when WWE referred to their women as divas. We would see Halloween costume contests, summer beach themed contests, 30-second long matches, all this other horrible treatment of the women's division. Like Alexa Bliss said a few days ago, the women were never taught big wrestling moves back in the day because WWE never intended for them to have an actual wrestling match. WWE instructed them to just throw slaps, do quick takedowns on each other, and basically just have what they described as a cat fight. That's what the WWE women and fans were fighting to get away from. They didn't want to see any more of this diva-styled cat fights. They wanted to see actual wrestling, but WWE wasn't allowing that to happen. Who can ever forget Paige and Emma versus the Bella Twins from February 23rd, 2015? This edition of Raw featured a 29-second long women's tag team match between these four superstars. This was the last straw and breaking point for the fans. That's when the hashtag of "Give Divas a Chance" went #1 trending on Twitter. You have a 3-hour program, and the most time you can give to your women's division is 29 seconds? It was just quite pathetic and really, really sad. To WWE's credit, they did listen to the fans from there, and the women's division has been taking off ever since, and we thought we'd never see a segment from the old Divas days again, but unfortunately, that's what happened here. We all thought we were over this. We thought WWE finally understood their mistakes, but just judging from the fact that they wrote, filmed, and aired that karaoke segment, it's clear that they still don't get it, and that's a real shame. Like we said before, everyone involved with the production of this segment needs a lesson on the women's division, and someone has to let them know that we're way past that kind of stuff. You just look at the entire segment from start to finish, and it really has such a diva feel to it, and even a catfight feel to it, like Alexa was explaining from the interview a few weeks ago. You have these superstars brawling out at each other because they're mad about a karaoke contest result that means absolutely nothing to their careers. They're fighting, they're throwing shoes at each other, like all these things that you would expect to see from WWE about 10 to 15 years ago. Not to mention the Lacey Evans heel turn as well. Lacey has been babyface for well over a year, but now her big heel turn moment arrives because she lost a karaoke competition. How can anyone write and defend this stuff? It goes back to what we always say. You can't really look at WWE programming from a logical point of view because most of the times, nothing makes sense, and their programming throws basic logic out of the window. So it'll drive you insane if you try to use logic while watching WWE. But the segment was just so weird. It's 2020, and the WWE women's roster is still fighting to be treated better and get away from disrespectful segments like this one. Reports claim that WWE has some reasoning for the karaoke segment. The report and rumor states that WWE explained the segment by saying, "We tell the stories. it's good entertainment, and it's not just another match. Which is all true, that makes sense. But was a singing competition the only thing you had to tell a story and put on good entertainment? Another report claims there were a few backstage sources who admitted the segment was embarrassing. It was also noted that they didn't like the look of Lacey Evans wrestling in a dress without shoes as well, for whatever reason. But like the fans said, TV time is precious. So the superstars are never going to pass up a way to get on TV. They're going to take whatever WWE gives them and make the most out of it, just like Naomi said. It also seems that WWE isn't ashamed or embarrassed with the segment at all. Usually if WWE is embarrassed with something, they'll cut the segment out of their YouTube highlight video. But they uploaded the karaoke showdown in its entirety on YouTube, so clearly they don't see anything wrong with it. Then on Monday morning, WWE posted the entire segment into their Twitter page. So it's real obvious that WWE sees nothing wrong with the segment and they're reposting it everywhere for the fans to see it again. Like, wasn't watching it the first time enough for us? They really want everyone to see this embarrassing segment. It's like they don't realize how embarrassing it was. One fan said in the comment section of the tweet that it was embarrassing and insulting to the talent and to the fans, and I think that comment right there is absolutely perfect. Another fan said that this segment would have gone even more wrong if there was an actual crowd present for that disaster of a segment. Posting the entire segment on Twitter is a horrible look for WWE because, once again, they're showing that they still don't get it. Not even after all the feedback after the segment aired. It looks like there's just no reasoning with them, or they simply don't pay attention to what the fans are saying. It's just such a shame that Naomi is the one that has to apologize to the fans on WWE's behalf for the segment, while WWE is too busy reposting the entire segment onto all their social media platforms. Just a horrible look for everyone all around. Hopefully we never see anything like that again, and they'll be treated much better going forward. But knowing WWE, we'll probably have a dance showdown any day now. This is a great time to remind you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. A large amount of our viewers still aren't subscribed, so click that subscribe button if you enjoy what you see. Now we have some heartbreaking news from WWE Superstar Lana. Obviously, we know that WWE is dealing with their own virus issue within the Performance Center, but it's also heavily affecting a lot of different areas as well. Lana recently revealed the unfortunate news that both of her parents have tested positive this week as well. Lana revealed the heartbreaking news on Twitter to her fans and supporters. "My mom tested positive. She is in the ICU right now. She is asthmatic and is on oxygen. Thank you all for the thoughts." So that was quite a scary tweet, and then Lana revealed her father's positive test result shortly after that as well. A few days went by, and Lana came back online to provide another update on her parents. Lana had this to say in her video update. "So my mother is doing much better. They have had her off of oxygen in the hospital for over 24 hours. Now that's incredible. Thank you guys for all your prayers and positive thoughts. Her oxygen, the only thing she has to breathe in, like you don't want it lower than 90, and it's at 93 right now. My dad is doing better. He's on about day 15 right now. He couldn't get out of bed at all for a week. Last week he couldn't get out of bed. Like he's not asthmatic like my mother is. My mom is very asthmatic, and that's why it affected her lungs. My dad couldn't get out of bed. He was so weak. He thought he just had some simple pollen allergies. Next thing you know, he gets bedridden." Lana also noted that her mother had been removed from the hospital and is now staying at a hotel. So it really was a roller coaster of emotions for Lana and the fans. But it's so great to hear that they're getting better, and they definitely will overcome this. Former WWE superstar and member of Lana's household, Rusev, also tested positive. So it's still unknown how he got it, but if Lana was next to him at all over the last few weeks, it's looking like she'll have to self-quarantine herself for a few weeks as well. We might not see Lana for a while, unless they already pre-taped something with her from a few weeks ago. Our thoughts are with Lana and her family. What are your thoughts on today's stories about Naomi apologizing to the fans? and Lana's announcement. Leave your comments, don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.